Welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is the all-new 2025 Infiniti QX80. The 2025 QX80 comes with a 3.5-liter V6 twin-turbo engine that produces 450 horsepower and 515 pound-feet of torque. Those are 50 horsepower and over 100 pound-feet of torque more than the outgoing V8 engine. This engine is paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission. The QX80 all comes standard with all-wheel drive and can tow up to 8,500 pounds. You think that's not enough? Well, the QX80 also comes with an electronic air suspension and a dynamic digital suspension, which monitors the body movement of the car and adjusts the suspension for improved handling, especially in situations like taking off or braking or in corners. That's a lot of technology for this year model QX80. Safety features for the 2025 Infiniti QX80 are things like predictive forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot intervention and lane departure prevention, and trailer blind spot monitoring. Okay, so the Infiniti QX80 is a body-on-frame, full-size luxury SUV, and competing in that segment is sitting against cars like the Lexus LX, the Cadillac Escalade, and the Lincoln Navigator. To me, the real direct competitor here, at least because of the size, is the Lexus LX. And let's remember too, the Infiniti QX80 is based on the Nissan Armada, and the Lexus LX is based on the Toyota Land Cruiser. And those two cars have been competitors for years and years in the global market. The very interesting part here is that the Infiniti has priced the QX80 very, very well. And look at it, just beautiful. Fuel efficiency for the Infiniti QX80 2025 is 15.1 liters per 100 kilometers city, 12.2 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 16 mpg city and 19 mpg highway. Price for the Infiniti QX80 2025 starts in Canada around 110,000 Canadian dollars. The top trim goes to around 134,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the QX80 starts around 85,000 US dollars, and the top trim goes to around 110,000 US dollars. So that sounds like a lot, but it's still one of the biggest competitive advantages of the QX80. The interior on the 2025 Infiniti QX80 is beautiful. And of course, let me start by saying that it is super luxurious, which is expected because this is a luxury brand and a luxury car. So the materials are all soft and ultra high quality and beautifully put together. The dashboard is wrapped in leather, as well as the doors for the most part. The support points are soft and nice, and you can chill drive here while being comfortable. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and is heated, and even the center of the steering wheel is also wrapped in leather, which is really, really nice. So we are driving the top trim of the QX80, which is the autograph trim, and of course it has it all. So there are two memory seats for two different drivers, and they include the steering wheel, which is power operated, and the mirror, as well as the seats, of course. So the seats are beautifully designed. This is semi-aniline leather, and it's this um, reddish with black or grayish color with contrast stitching and quilting and perforation. They are really, really beautiful and extremely comfortable. And they have this here part of the sound system. There are speakers on the headrest, and this includes a function that is called individual sound or individual audio, I believe. And if you receive a phone call, typically the radio will be off, and then the radio will be the one projecting the sound. In this car, the radio stays on so everybody else can continue listening to the music or whatever, but you can take your call and the sound from the call will be only to you. This is super cool. I had it functioning while I was driving and almost scared me because the voice comes at your ear. It's really, really cool. So there is a dual 14.3 inches screens here, one for your gauge cluster and the car information, and one for your infotainment screen. So the one for the dashboard or the gauge cluster is all digital and high definition, of course, and you can configure the way that you things here in this screen. And in the center there are all the information about the car that you can also configure what you want to see there um, all the time or most of the time. And there are a lot of settings functions here for the car too. This is a very complete and user-friendly and also functional system from Infiniti here. You can find this in Nissans too, but this has it's a little bit next level. The graphic design is beautiful. Again, it's very functional. This is really, really nice and classy. And then this screen is infotainment screen, and you have a home button here, and you have all your apps here. It's really responsive and also beautifully designed, easy to use for anyone for sure. So there is a lot of stuff here. We have Google built in for Maps and Google Assistant. That's cool. There is Alexa integration as well. There is obviously the Google Maps that you can zoom and pinch and move around, and they are really responsive, of course. Your radio function, the main screen, you can have several different views and you can choose what to see in this main screen as well. There is smartphone integration, wireless for this function here, and there is Sirius XM as well. There are a few cool, unique stuff like a dash cam, so you can record stuff and it's integrated, so you don't need to have a system additional here installed in your car, but also has an interior cam, which you can take pictures if you want to. I mean, an inside camera, I don't know if you really want to do that, but allows you to see who is inside the car, and you can do a zoom here, and then you can see and take a peek on the back passengers, especially if you have kids and they are sleeping or something like that. You want to take a peek on that. I think that is really cool. Both the inside camera and the dash camera here. That's pretty cool. So back to the materials. This is wrapped in leather and has contrast stitching here too. There is an Infiniti logo in this piano black section, but this illuminates at night. It's really beautiful. And then we have this trim here, which is real wood and have aluminum inserts. It's just stunning and unique and very luxurious looking. Really, really nice. Then we have a 9 inches screen here to control the air condition functions mostly, but you can also use it for the drive mode. So we have personal, standard, eco, sport, tow, and snow here. You can also control the air suspension and move the car up and down, and you can have your four-wheel drive high and it's typically in auto, the four-wheel drive system here. So all this is really nice. You can also control the rear um, air conditioning here, but you can also, which by the way, the seats are ventilated and heated, as I said, and have a massage function. But also the back seat in the second row, that are ventilated and they are heated, and they also have a massage function. So that is really cool. Another super cool function here is you can control the back seats remotely. So you can fold the second row, or you can fold the third row just by using this system. That is pretty cool as well. So there is floating center console here. You have extra storage down here. There is a wireless charger for your phone, two cup holders, and a huge center console that is also a cool box if you want or need to use that. This is amazing. It has everything that you will ever want to have in a car. Of course, we have panoramic sunroof, and the mirror has a camera here in case you have the car full of people or stuff. So the second row I fit behind myself based on my driving position, and there is plenty of space for my knees and my height. The doors are also wrapped in leather. There is a fixed center console here between the seats, so no pass through, but there is cup holders there, another center console with a huge amount of storage. There is air conditioning controls. As I said, the seats are ventilated, heated, and with massage function, and there is a little screen there that you can control the functions on the massage on the seats, and they are power operated, so you can recline and move and everything through that system. And they also have um, physical controls on the side of the seats, of course. I also fit behind the second row, being fully back on the third row, based on that fully extended travel there. And I still have, my knees doesn't hit the seat, and there is a space for my height as well. The seats are also power operated, they are also heated, and they recline. So it's an amazing third row there, and the seats are comfortable too. The trunk is huge, so there is a space behind the third row. I wouldn't say it's the biggest space ever, but you can still put carry-ons there and some other stuff, so you can still carry stuff with the people at the same time. When you fold the third row, there is a massive amount of space, and if you fold the second row, of course, it's a huge amount of space. So this car is beautiful, it's practical, it's functional, it has it all. So how is to drive the 2025 Infiniti QX80? It is really good in here. So this is a luxury product, of course. We mentioned that already, and all that is here from the driving department. So this is also a body on frame full-size SUV, so it's big, it's heavy, it's wide, it's tall. All that you can also feel while driving, but it's also typical of the cars on this segment too. And by getting in this segment, in any of these type of cars, you will find that, and you need to be prepared to get that. It's a massive car in terms of size. So the air suspension is doing an incredible job on minimizing those full body on frame characteristics of this car. And in the highway especially, is extremely comfortable. It's an amazing cruiser on the highway. You are off the highway or in the city, and it's also a pretty pleasant drive. And I think it takes away most of the body on frame characteristics, at least from what it used to be. So it's really good. There is a small point where I find that with the you are going very slow and the bumps are really big. Then the air suspension have a conflict there, managing that with the weight of the car and the size of the car. But again, this is a body on frame. To me, they have done miracles with the air suspension. So really, really good. Visibility is great. Of course, this is, as I said, a tall car and a wide car, so all the windows are huge. I can see absolutely everything from the back mirror, and then there is an electronic or camera-based back mirror here. The side mirrors are also massive, but they help so much when parking that I am super grateful for them. So really good. All the windows are big. The window for the third row is also massive, so nobody will be ever claustrophobic there. There is a blind spot in the D pillar, but again, you have blind spot monitoring. You have a 360 camera with that rotation function, and you have everything you need to park this car. And the mirrors, as I said, are massive, which helped me to drive and park this car like we used to without the technology. So it's pretty easy, and because it's so square off too, it's pretty, you get used to the dimensions of the car pretty quick, so you feel like you own the car forever. It's really easy to drive despite the massive size for sure. The cabin is luxury like quiet. It's really, really quiet, and it's a pretty pleasant uh, place to be. It has an amazing premium sound system. So when you are driving and you have your music on, you pretty much cannot hear anything else because it's very, very quiet. That is all good. The steering weight is on the soft side. That's to be expected. This is a luxury car. There is a little bit of feedback there. I feel like I'm in control, and I feel that the wheels are doing what I'm asking to do. So despite being soft, it's not completely disconnected. So it gives you a feeling of real driving, and again, that it's not all out and it's not all absent, and it's not all, muted. I like that. It is good. The brakes I find very responsive as well, considering the size and the weight of this car. So that is also really good. I like the bite, and they are progressive. I like it. The transmission is a 9-speed automatic, and it's doing also a great job. It downshift when you need it. It upshifts pretty quick because it wants you to be on the chill luxury mode most of the time. So that is good too. And the shifting is very, very smooth. When you floor it, you feel the shifting, and you tend to floor it from time to time because the engine is very powerful and you want to feel that as well. But when you are just normally driving, then the transmission is, you can barely feel anything. It's very smooth. It's almost seamless. So I also like that. It's a pretty chill, pretty luxurious overall driving experience here. And then we have the engine, which is a 3.5 V6 twin turbo that produces a lot of power, 450 if I'm not mistaken, horsepower, and is really powerful. You can feel all the power when you need it. When you floor it, the car goes and it takes off with no issues. There is a little bit of turbo lag from a stop, but that's also in pretty much all turbo engines, so it's to be expected. It's not unique to this car, so it's good, and it is very reassuring too because it's a big car and a heavy car. And by the way, this have a 3-row seating, so most probably will be most of the time full of people and cargo. So the engine feels like it will move you, your family, and your stuff with no issues. It is class leading power too, so that's good to have. And this is an incredibly luxurious cabin with this super silent and comfortable ride too. The seats are really comfortable as well, with the premium music and the high quality materials and the super spacious interior. There is nothing you will want in this segment that by buying a QX80 you will not get. That is not the case. It's the opposite. This is a very competitive, very competent offering on this segment. And I have to say, between the interior, but mostly the exterior design, which is stunning, this car may check this segment. I really like it. If you're in the market for a luxury full size body on frame SUV, you have to make sure to put the Infiniti QX80 in your list for test drive and consideration. The 2025 Infiniti QX80 is powerful, very luxurious, is this incredibly beautiful, but it's also very well priced because Infiniti wants to win.